Imagine a land where every full moon a child had to be sacrificed, or the earth would tear itself apart. Long ago, in a forgotten land, there existed a place called Jolabia. Jolabia, a strange, mysterious land, where the earth trembled without warning, the skies darkened even at noon, and the wind howled over the river like a crying ghost. For generations, the people believed that only by pleasing the ancient gods. So they offered children as sacrifices. Because they believed it was the only way to please the gods. Could they stop the earthquakes and floods? And to please the gods, they offered a child on every full moon. This time they had chosen a little girl. Her name was Lirin, only 7 years old, with eyes full of wonder and tiny hands that once played with paper boats made of leaves. She was taken to the cliff near the roaring river, but tonight she was bound in a red cloth, prepared like an offering, not to be loved, but to be lost. Where the wind shrieked and the waves clashed against stone, the women of Jolabia stood silently, tears streaming from their eyes, but their mouths sealed by fear, tradition, and generations of silence. Lirin walked calmly, her bare feet soft against the cold earth. Just before the final moment, she raised her head and softly said, "I am not alone." Everyone froze. There was no one beside her, no one around her. So, who was she talking to? "I'm not afraid like them," she whispered. "You told me, if I smile, things will change." Thunder cracked. A cold hush swept over the people. The priest stepped forward in haste, holding a wooden bowl of sacred ash. He marked her forehead, chanting loudly, "Let the spirit seat. May terror vanish." But Lirin interrupted him. "They're not hungry. They've just forgotten what love felt like." The priest staggered. She stepped forward, slowly, bravely. Then, from beneath the river, a strange blue light began to rise. It circled around her, not frightening, but soft, like a memory. Only Lirin could hear the whisper, "Can you do this?" She smiled and tilted her head. "My little boat still floats, doesn't it?" The light brushed her forehead, and in that instant something unbelievable happened. The river calmed, the sky cleared, the wind stopped. Silence fell upon the land. She hadn't been thrown. She hadn't fallen. She was gone, vanished. Jolabia, after the silence, the villagers were stunned. No one could understand what they had seen. Had they sinned or been saved? Some whispered, "Lirin didn't die. She went somewhere else." Jolabia was never the same, but no one dared speak aloud, because to question the tradition was to question the gods. From that night onward, Jolabia was never the same. The harvests weakened. The river dried unnaturally, then swelled overnight, and sometimes in the middle of the night, villagers claimed they heard a child's laughter. Soft, echoing near the cliffs, though no children were there. 3 months later, on a moonless night, a girl appeared near the riverbank. She was older, now eyes wiser. In her hand was a piece of torn red cloth. "I am Lirin," she said. where sorrow sleeps. The villagers gasped, but no one could tell if this was a dream, a ghost, or a messenger. I didn't die, she continued. I went to a place. They weren't gods. They were memories forgotten and alone. The priest stepped forward. Are you alive? Are you alive? Or here to punish us? Lirin said nothing. You gave me away. But I didn't come to take anything back. I came to remind you. When love is lost, even gods fade away. Jolabia's rebirth. From that night on, child sacrifices ended. Slowly, the river cleared. The soil grew soft again. Children were born and cradled. No more tears in silence. And yet, no one ever truly knew where Lirin had gone. Was she watching them? Was she real? But on every full moon night, when the wind whispered and the stars stood still, a tiny paper boat floated on the river. Written on its side were 3 simple words, I'm not alone. Jolabia no longer feared the earth, because they had learned there is something stronger than fear, love. My dearest heart of the story, please subscribe for more magics. Want a part 2 of Jolabia? Let me know in the comments.